lives are equal, but some are more important than the others. Yes, that is the concept. What a hypocrisy. What a hypocrisy. I'm telling you. I can't find any of those agitated youths anymore, and those agitated cleric scholars that were coming out when what happened in Uromi happened. They come out, Allah imba ayiwani abuba zamu do fansa, zamu kashe kowani arni. I'm no more seeing you. Oh, the one in Jos is not, they are not northerners, Abi? They are not. Well, this brings to my assertion that I keep saying, even for northerners, true northerners they. And who are the true northerners? Your guess is as good as mine. So that is the reality. What a hypocrisy. What a hypocrisy. And these things are not coincidence. These things are not mistakes. These things are calculated attack. Calculated attack aimed towards annihilating some of the minority tribes in that region. Why is it happening in a lot of states where you have tribes that are minority, but they are more they're in the middle belt, most especially. You have it in Benue, you have it in Jos, you have it in some part of Nasarawa, you have it in some part of. Why is this so? Is it because it's not a kind of a uniformed, a kind of a unified people with same cultural tradition and religious belief system? Well, I tend to think that way. That is just the reality. Well, my message is most especially to Governor Mufwang. Seriously, if you can get this message, what I have to tell you is you have no excuse. You have no excuse. You know the problem, just like you say, this is a kind of a deliberate attack aimed at, you call it a kind of an ethnic cleansing, right? And you say that it's aimed at grabbing land and a lot of other things. You know that. And that is why you're there. What is the excuse? You can't just keep crying to the federal government, looking up to the federal government all the time because of all these issues. The fact is, take it or leave it. The military can never at any point in time be everywhere. Same with the police. And if you're dwelling on some of these palliative measures that is initiated, like deploying security operatives once they scam, they are withdrawn or whatever, you are joking. As the executive of that state, there is no excuse. What stops you from expanding your tax net? If the problem is the fact that you are deficient in terms of funding, you can actually impose a situation where people can actually be made to pay security levies, irrespective of where you are, to be channeled towards this unrest, if funding is your problem. But the fact is, a typical politician, just like you know in Nigeria, even when they get the funding, sometimes it's not used judiciously. And the fact is, till you come to the realization that it's only local solutions that will address this your problem, I'm telling you, nothing will happen. What's up with your state security outfit? How far? How has the performance been? What has been the recorded success they have had so far? And a lot of other things. You have to be able to extend this local security outfit, state security outfit into these remote areas. Bring up vigilantes. Recruit vigilantes in each of this community, and within your power, you can look at what civilian JTF did in Borno. Look at what the hunters, the success they have recorded in a lot of operations. So why can't you actually look towards that direction? It's not enough for your citizens to come and be crying, and you are crying. We condemn the act. We condemn the act. Well, if you feel like you keep condemning the act and you wait for palliative measures to come in and you think that will solve the problem, it's up to you. But the fact is, I keep telling everybody that gone are the days such issues happen in a region and people, all they can do is come to cry. The solution is within. The power lies within. There is no limitation. There is no restriction. If only you can see.
After 12, we discover some militiamen known as headsmen who invaded Zike, Kimakpa community in Kol district of Irigwe Chiefdom Bassa local government area. They started shooting, they burnt houses, they macheted people, and as I speak, we have recovered about 51 dead bodies on ground, and then we are still searching. I will not say that is the end, but we are still searching on other corpses around the bushes, And that is the situation of what happened. So Fulani headsmen invaded this community, killed and macheted the Irigwe people. I am telling you, the situation is very disheartening, very sad to see. If you turn your camera to look at the women, children, aged crying, you will yourself, even as journalists, also join in shedding tears, because the situation is bad. To say a single attack, over 50 people have been killed, honestly speaking, is one of the kind that we have never had in this nation. Honestly, as a nation, we are sad by this event, and honestly, something needs to be done to put a halt to this.
Fulani people have been killing us in this our community, and several times they will come and attack us. We Irigwe people have never gone to their ruga to attack them, so they have been coming and be killing every time. We are tired of this killing. We are tired of this killing. Enough is enough. Our children are dying. Our mates are dying. Our husbands are dying. Our crops have been raised down by this Fulani hitman. So we are tired. Enough is enough. From last year, if I will give you the account of women that lost their husband, we have about 570 something women that Fulani people killed their husband. We have so many widows and orphans in this community. So we are tired. This thing enough is enough. We want Fulani people to stop doing all this thing that they are doing to Yoruba people. We don't want them again. There are several times that they will call us for peace talk. Well, after peace talk, another thing will come out. After peace talk, another thing will come out. Last week we have peace talk with with sector. We talk about this peace something, but see what happened yesterday again. We lost so many people that we have never account of them. We have never seen some of our people again.
We have passed several motions. We have called on the state government to these ugly incidents. We have profound solutions. We have asked that these settler campuses of security should be opened in border states, so that they will be able to be proactive whenever there's an incident like this. When there are border security across state levels, they can be able to handle situations like this. When they had a gunshot, not necessarily must be a call. These are rural areas. If we are far from the security, before the security will arrive, I think disaster will have occurred that we cannot measure. So we have called on the state government, and in fact, even we have cried even with the federal government to create this police outpost across boundaries to tackle this kind of event. Otherwise, we keep on counting losses of our people.
Yes. So how do we start to declare war against insecurity in Nigeria?
The question Nigerians will ask themselves is, what exactly is the value of a Nigerian life in Nigeria today? What is it worth? 52 people were killed in a state. The president is reflecting about his policies in a foreign country. If cows of herdsmen are killed, you will see Mieti Allah will come out and put out a statement. If we decide that as a people, we have accepted our fate, that there is no value or dignity to the Nigerian life, we can keep quiet and wait for your turn. Tomorrow it is Ondo, next tomorrow. Look at one of the Afenifere leaders, Paru Ben Fashoronti. You remember his daughter, the poor woman who had lived all her life overseas. She came to attend an event. She was carried by herdsmen and they killed that poor lady. So you think that it does not come close to you until it strikes you. There are people from the east today in Nigeria who cannot go to their villages to go and attend anything. They are stuck in other cities.
Even in Benue, they can't go to their farms.
They can't go to their farms. And then you are talking of why there is hunger and everything. Farmers cannot go. They are being slaughtered. So all of us will have to ask ourselves the question, are we worth the life that we have? Do we really want to dignify the Nigerian life? Imagine 50 US citizens killed by not hurricane, earthquake, internal security. Somebody went and slaughtered, and the president of America is in another country, reflecting on his policies. Nigerians have become so used to bad governance that we have accepted our fate. So we have become docile. There is maximum frustration in Nigeria, but the question is, with your frustration, what is the action? Anger is not a plan.
So what is the action?
All of us must decide to begin to get good leadership. And it must come back to this issue of INEC. You cannot do, if you do a revolution today, because you hear some people shout revolution now, if you chase President Tinubu or any other person in government who takes over, you must go back to the electoral system, because that is the only system that will bring a government that will have legitimacy to rule. So whether or not you like, look at what happened in Bangladesh. You protest, you went there.
So these reforms that you are asking for, who is in charge of doing the reform? Is it not your National Assembly?
It is the National Assembly.
So what are we saying?
That is where men must mount. That is where the focus must be. The protests that will happen in Nigeria, that will change Nigeria, will be in the National Assembly. It is not the Senate President's house. It is the People's Parliament. Whatever change you want from your constitution or from your laws will be gotten there. And if the people are not ready to give it to you willingly, you must exert pressure, maximum civil pressure, peacefully, as democratic fundamental human right, to get what you want. Other than that, until Nigerian politicians, the people in power, begin to become afraid of the power of the people, Nigeria will not change. For as long as we are the ones who are afraid of them, we will continue in this suffering and killing. Unfortunately, they are protected and insulated. On the next, if a war happens or any natural disaster, they have private jets that are parking. Their children are not even here. So if you begin to think of that and you think of our lives, then we must get the wisdom and courage. We no wonder. Nigerians are dying. You know, one protest. People are dying without protest. The ones who killed, they killed in Plateau, were they protesting against government. We must protest peacefully and demand for change. It doesn't come easy. Your oppressors will not hand you freedom on a platter now. You will rise up and take it.
Comfort says